Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make a simple crayon etching. So first of all, we're just taking some Crayola crayons and we're going to color spaces on a sheet of drawing paper. So I want to color hard and make sure that it's a nice solid color. And we do want to have some light colors in there. So for instance, we don't want to have black or anything that's super dark in this part of the etching process, because what we're going to end up doing is covering this over with dark paint, and I'm going to use black, so the black will be the interesting part that is on top of this. And this is going to be a rainbow type of technique underneath. So we're just going to fill up nice crayon, and you can even use white. And you want to push really hard when you're doing this, so you have some nice solid spaces. And when you're coloring, you want to make sure that you do cross over maybe the opposite way, or just a crisscross, so that you get a nice solid space of color there. So now I have this nice and solidly colored with some wax crayons. I'm going to take some black tempera paint and just go over the top of this. Now with wax, you're going to find that it might want to resist that tempera paint going over the top, just like that. So what you would have to do is make sure that you have a couple coats of this black over the top, or whatever color that you'd like to use. I would suggest using something that would stand out from the color that you use underneath. Since this is rainbow, black is going to be a good color to transition over the top. So I'll let that dry, and then I'll put another coat of the black over on top of that. So my first coat of paint is dry. I'm going to add a second coat on top of it and put it the opposite way. So just a thin coat. You don't want it to go too gloppy. And that's looking good. Okay, and I'll let that dry. Scratch board that I just completed, and I'm going to use a needle tool. This is actually used for clay, but you can use any tool that has like a little sharp edge to it. And then you just think of some sort of pattern that you want to make. So break it up into shapes. You can draw whatever you want to in it. Think of, one thing coming out of it. Think about what's going to be dark on it. You can kind of leave. Sort of thought that just looked like a chicken a little bit. So what's nice about this is you can get really tiny details. But if you just want to have some fun and play around with doodles, play around with designs and see what comes out, that's kind of fun. And that might be the fun thing for you to do. So doodling is really fun on it. This is just one where I just put a bunch of different kind of shapes and doodles.